Well, mental health dominating the conversation at the Olympic Games after Simone Biles drops out of another Olympic event to focus on her own internal struggles. She may still compete in other events, but she's already winning praise for calling attention to the pressure athletes face. Let's bring in psychotherapist Robi Ludwig, creator and host of Facebook Watch's Talking Live with Dr. Robi Ludwig. It's great to see you. Thank you for coming on. I want to play this because I found it interesting. Jim Gray, he said this, and I thought it had some merit. We'll get your response. Listen.
She's been called the greatest of all time, a GOAT in her sport. And so that means that you can only have to keep repeating yourself. It's not being great yesterday, it's being great again today, tomorrow, and keep on going. That's what happens when you're considered a GOAT. And, you know, these things take its toll.
Does he have a point, Doctor? Because, you know, there is this kind of expectation of excellence at all times, and it's got to be just exhausting.
Absolutely. And think about the pressure Simone had on herself or placed on herself. When we think about the word Olympian, it's based on Greek mythology, which implies superhuman, that athletes have to be superhuman in order to succeed. And that's really unfair. And so what we're seeing is some of these athletes are calling attention and basically saying, hey, I have mental health issues that I need to address. And maybe there's a structural issue going on within the sports world where we really need to acknowledge that athletes are just like us and really vulnerable to mental health issues like the rest of the population.
Yeah, I'm interested in the negative comments because there have been a lot of them. People saying that Simone is not mentally tough enough, that she quit on her team. How does that play into this? Is it a fair assessment? Is it absolutely unfair? And how does it play into her current mental state?
Well, I'm sure it's not helping Simone's mental state, and we don't know what she is dealing with. So it's really, in some ways, unfair to attack somebody for opting out and attending to their emotional needs. But we see the disappointment, and one wonders if mental health were part of the physical training. If we addressed that earlier on, then maybe we wouldn't see people publicly opting out because they would have the opportunity to deal with their depression, their anxiety, and would feel allowed to do that. Maybe athletes don't feel allowed to do that, and coaches and other professionals should make it okay. There should be mental health literacy within the field, helping these athletes get help from the people who can help them.
Yeah, gold medalist Shannon Miller was talking about the mental block that athletes go through, and you know we see it all the time. We see catchers in baseball who mentally can't throw the ball back to the pitcher because there's just some kind of a weird thing going on. How difficult is that to get over? I've got about 15 seconds for you.
Well, anxiety can shut us down, but I think if we address it and allow people to not have to be superhuman, then we allow them to address the issues that get in the way of their performance as well.
Yeah, and you think she'll come back quickly?
I do, and I don't know what she will use her voice and talents for, but she certainly has expanded the conversation, which is always a good thing.
Dr. Robi Ludwig, always good to see you. Thank you for coming on.